Hello everyone. Hope you're doing great today. This is Motorsport Progression, and I'm back again with another video. So I just want to talk about Max Verstappen, yeah, or Max Verstappen, yeah, and then his incident over the weekend and what he went through. So Max, yeah, he said that he was pissed off in it, like he was angry about the situation where they gave him a 5 second time penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage in turn one at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So okay, now look here. Max was pissed off even at the end of the race. He was really not happy. He was angry, and I understand where he's coming from. Obviously, the caliber of driver that he is, he's gonna be pissed off, or he's gonna be not happy that he didn't win the race. But if he looks into it deeply and if he does some soul searching, he will realize that he kind of brought it onto himself because he only has himself to blame. He's the one that started all that. He's the one that started all that, aggressive driving, dirty driving. I mean, that's his driving style, but he goes over the limit too much. So now it's come back to bite him. And looking at the Mexican Grand Prix last year, yeah, where he pushed Norris off twice and he got a 20-second penalty. Imagine how many complaints here came through to the FIA, even from the drivers, from the teams and, from the fans as well, how many messages they got. So obviously the stewards, yeah, they've decided to, get onto Max a little bit and not let him get away with, what he'll usually get away with. This is Max's own doing. He made his own bed and he has to lie in it. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he's the one that started all that dirty driving in 2000 and I think 16, 17, them times, and they made a Verstappen rule, which means you cannot move on the brake and you cannot brake and move to the other side of the track, blocking the driver. That was the Verstappen rule and is in the Formula One rules. Yeah, you the one that started that. And then in 2021, all that dirty driving you done against Lewis, one at Imola, Italy, all that dirty driving, and then, Saudi Arabia, even Brazil, all that dirty driving. And even the last race, all of that, yeah, it came back to bite you. Last season, you done it to Norris at Austria. You pushed him off. I don't even know if you got penalty for that. I think it was a racing incident or whatever. I'm not too sure. And then at Mexico, you done the same thing. So Max, really and truly, you have no one to blame by yourself in it. You know what I'm saying? You have to look in the mirror and say, look, yeah, I have to drive a bit cleanly and try to win like with a clean mindset in it. I'm not saying that Max doesn't have the ability to drive clean and win clean. But every time, like, someone challenges him, he tries to take like a shortcut, you know what I'm saying? And, to be honest, the reason why he lost the start, yeah, because Oscar had a good start on Sunday, yeah. And the start procedure of the McLarens is really brilliant. So that's what kind of held Max back a bit. It wasn't really his fault. Or you could say maybe he had a bad start. I don't think so. I just feel like Oscar had a brilliant start and claimed the corner and he wasn't gonna let Max go through. And true to be honest, Max was not in the wrong. He had to take avoidant action to avoid clashing with Oscar, you know what I'm saying? But because of his history, that's why they didn't let him off in it, you know what I'm saying? If it was any other driver, they could have said, look, that's a first lap incident. Look, Sonoda and Gasly never got no penalties, you know what I'm saying, for the crash that they had. But a little thing that you done where you went off the track, you see, they got onto you. So since last season, the Mexican Grand Prix clash he had, and even the Qatar Grand Prix, the mistake that he done where he got demoted one place, the little war of words that he had with George Russell. And I mean, George Russell was the head of the Drivers Association. Now it's Carlos Sainz. So imagine how many complaints went through against Max here in Formula One. So Max only has himself to blame, and he has to learn from this situation, and he has to drive a bit cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Going into the future, it will give him a better chance to get away with those kind of certain situations. But yeah, peeps, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I just want to say thank you to everyone for supporting the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the video as well. It helps the algorithm. Then you can drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. And if you got any questions to ask, feel free to ask me. And also, you can share the video on your various social media platforms. Then you can click on another video because there's more content on the channel for you to check out. And also, you can always come back on the channel, to see new content. So yeah, man, I really appreciate everyone on the channel, supporting the channel. It's been great, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, this season's been quite, different, so the next Grand Prix is going to be in Miami, and I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.